Well, I got it, and it is right here in reference to a $2,000 stimulus check specifically focused on low-income and fixed-income Americans, including those people receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low-income, and no-income. Let's get into it and discuss all the details. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of this information that is changing very rapidly right now, especially as Congress is coming up to some very important deadlines and the end of the year in which they have a lot going on between now and the next few weeks. So again, I'm here for you each and every day with all the latest updates as they're being released. So subscribe down below so I can keep you updated with everything going on. So again, thank you so much for being here. Let's get into this right away. All right, so as we know, the stimulus package is currently in the Senate right here, right now, as we speak. It was passed through the House of Representatives about 2 weeks ago, and then it made its way over to the Senate. Well, we also do know that every day that ticks by that the Senate is not passing this bill, that just means that we are compressing the timeline in which they want to get this bill completely done, because the deadline is not moving, but rather the front end of the timeline is actually condensing, which also gives us an opportunity to get in and hammer down on Congress. Not only that, we also want to watch everything very closely right now because as the Senate is working their way through this stimulus package, we already do know that there are going to be a number of different amendments that are going to be coming to the floor that are either going to be added and or changing the package in any possible way, shape, or form. Well, once the Senate finally gets it done, it's going to need to go back to the House of Representatives once again to be passed through because it's going to pick up some amendments. We already know that. And then it's going to make its way onto the president's desk. All of this needs to get done within the next 3 weeks or so, right? So Congress has a lot on their plate right now, and they also have other things that are going on. So one other quick note. Let's remember this as well. I think a lot of people, as in people in Congress, continue to forget about this, but trust me, I certainly have not forgotten about this, and I think a lot of you have certainly not forgotten about this either. Just a few months ago, earlier this year, we had over 80 members of Congress personally write a letter and or sign a letter that was sent over to the president calling on him to support a $2,000 stimulus check in the next stimulus package. Well, check it out. We're working on the stimulus package right here, right now, because it's in the Senate, right? So we had 56 members of the House of Representatives who signed onto the letter calling on him to support a $2,000 stimulus check. We also had 21 senators, same thing, draft a separate letter calling on the president to issue a $2,000 stimulus check. We also had 6 members out of the House Ways and Means Committee, again, calling on the president to offer additional stimulus checks and stabilizers within the next stimulus package. Once again, they're working on the stimulus package. However, this is where the opportunity comes in. So if you've been watching the channel for any length of time now, I've reached out to Congress numerous times, right? Well, we're kind of in a position right now where we have a few things going for us right now. Number one, first off, we have everything going on as far as the stimulus package in the Senate. Okay, that's number one. We've got that. Number two, we have this supply chain issue, jacking up prices, and which brings us into number three, which is all of these inflation issues that are going on right now, literally pricing low income and fixed income Americans right out of the market right when it comes to the time where we're in the holiday season right here. And not only that, even buying the necessities, the basics, buying food and gas and everything else right now. I've talked about this in previous videos. Time and time again, we see all these reports coming out saying lower income and fixed income people are literally being priced out of this. It's not okay, right? This is not okay one bit at all, which is where I'm going to come in on this again. So this right here, I've drafted another letter, but here's the difference. If you've been watching the channel for any length of time now, you know that I've drafted a few other letters that I've thrown in the mail and sent out. However, we don't have time for that anymore, simply because if I package this up, throw it in the mail, it's going to be, who knows, a week until it gets there, another who knows how long until they open it and possibly read it. We know that it's going to be too late at that point. So I've drafted this letter. However, this one is going out in email form. I'm going to send it out by email to all of these people because we simply don't have the time for it to go out in the mail anymore. So with that being said, I'm going to bring my wife in, Corey. She's going to read this for you and let you know what I have in this letter, right? So at this point, I'm losing a little bit of patience when it comes to Congress. People are struggling. I see it every single day down in the comments section. People are having a hard time. We can't even cover the basics. Therefore, I'm kind of losing it, right? I mean, we're losing patience with everything. Everybody needs additional stimulus. Everybody needs a long-term solution. And Congress, during this time right now, they need to step up and do what is necessary. So I'm going to have Corey come in and read this right now. I'm going to catch you on the other side. It only takes Corey about a minute and 30 seconds or something. It's very short. It's only a minute and a half. So with that being said, listen to what Corey has to say as far as what's in this letter right here, and then I'll catch you on the other side and we'll go through some of the key takeaways. All right, Corey, take it away, and I'll see you again in just a minute.
It is time to act. Low-income and fixed-income Americans need you during the holidays. On behalf of our community, we have been relentlessly reaching out, asking for financial assistance in the form of a survival check and raise to benefits, including Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and VA. As you have said, the Build Back Better agenda is a very consequential piece of legislation that will be transformational. As older adults, people with disabilities, low-income and fixed-income Americans, we need assistance now. You know as well as we do, the purchasing power of our monthly checks is depleting as prices continue to rise, and we need short-term stimulus until a long-term solution can be put into place through congressional action. We are calling on you to issue a $2,000 survival check at once to any Americans with an income under $40,000, including those people receiving Social Security, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB benefits. As the holidays are upon us, we are struggling now more than ever. Are you and your colleagues going to deny millions of struggling Americans a survival check this time of year, especially as winter sets in? We are calling on you to take action at once to help the low and fixed income with a survival check in the amount of $2,000. This can easily be added to the Build Back Better agenda. Thank you.
All right, so there you can see, short and sweet and straight to the point. I actually started this letter out by saying it is time to act. In other words, Congress, it's time you've got to do something. Rather than just sitting around, wasting a bunch of time, dragging their feet like they have been, it is time to act right here, right now. Well, as you noticed, I also went on in the letter calling on them to immediately issue a $2,000 stimulus check focused on low income and anybody with an income under $40,000 per year, including anybody receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB, because I wanted to make sure that we added that in there just in the off chance that they try to pull a fast one on us and say, oh, sure, we'll issue a $2,000 stimulus check, but we're going to exclude fixed income beneficiaries. And I say, oh no, that's not going to fly with us. So we wanted to certainly make sure that all of these fixed income beneficiaries are also included in here. I also went on to say that we need short-term stimulus right now until a long-term solution can be put in place. In other words, whatever they decide to do, maybe it's a nationwide UBI or GBI program, as in Universal Basic Income or Guaranteed Basic Income, or maybe it's permanent raises to benefits, like all the benefits I just mentioned, Social Security, you know the whole list, or whatever they decide to do, maybe it's ongoing stimulus checks. Honestly, we don't really know. That is up to them to figure out. But the point is, we need a solution right here, right now. We cannot wait any longer. We're sick of waiting. Not only that, I mean, realistically, we can't really wait any longer, right? We're getting into the time of year right now. As I mentioned in the letter, we're getting into the colder seasons that are already setting in. And are you really going to deny the American people, and especially those people living on a small fixed income, what they need right now to buy the necessities during this critical time of year that is so important? So again, I wanted to make it short because realistically, the longer that it is, the likelihood of them reading the whole thing is probably slim, right? But if I make it short and sweet, straight to the point, if they happen to read it, again, maybe they'll buzz through it really fast and maybe they'll get my points across. But once again, it is our next effort to reach out to Congress. The paper letters that I've been sending out in the mail, I've never received any kind of response from anybody. I'm not sure if that's pretty standard or if they just never ever respond or if they typically throw out like a one of those form letters or what. Honestly, I've never received any kind of response. But I thought, you know what? It's time to change the strategy a little bit. And this time it's going to go out in an email. So basically what I'll do is I'll just change it a little bit in reference to who I'm sending it to. But basically it's going to be the same letter going out to every single person that I can. And all these email addresses can be found online. Now here's what I did discover. Some people have their email addresses publicly available. And some people have a form that needs to be filled out. However, within this form, a lot of times there's a box there where you can write a message. And don't worry, I'm just going to put the message right there in the box. But either way, I'm going to be sending this out to as many people as I possibly can because why not, right? As my wife likes to say, cast a big net because you never know what you're going to catch, right? So you never know who may see it, who may open it. they're sitting around in their office, who knows what, or they're playing around on their phone while they're in session because they got nothing better to do, or if somebody's talking and they don't want to listen, or who knows what, and maybe, just maybe, they decide to read it. That's what we have to work on, right? So, again, this is my latest letter. We're doing everything we possibly can. It is kind of hard to get through these people. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been reaching out on social media. I've been reaching out through these letters and everything like this. And it's just like, it's almost like they're just, tunnel vision. Like they're just completely ignoring the people. I don't know. Seems kind of weird, especially then when they were put in place, working there for the American people, but yet they ignore us. I don't know. Something about that seems really weird to me. Anyway, leave me your comments and questions down below. Leave me your feedback. If you like it, let me know. If you hate it and you want me to make amendments, let me know that as well. I'm open to amendments. Just let me know what you think about this. Again, make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day as your one and only daily advocate to help you out in any way that I can during this very difficult time, as well as to keep you updated with all of these changes that are coming out of Congress right now with everything going on. So again, share this video, let's get this attention going, and let's keep the momentum on stimulus checks as we're in this very important time of year right now with the holidays, the end of the year, the colder season set in. I mean, it's all coming together, converging, right? So share this video with your friends, family, social media. Right down below the video, there's a share button. Make sure to subscribe as long as you're down there if you haven't done so yet, and feel free to go back and check out some of the other nearly 2,000 videos right here on the channel. Enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later, and I look forward to reading your feedback and your comments. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.